Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Monday, June 26th, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you have a question, something going on in your life, and there is some extension into your finances, or we need to figure out how to use your money to get you where you want to go, then give us a holler. Go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button and let us know if you would be willing to come on the air live, because that's so much fun. While you're on the website, you will see there is all this stuff about our new service. It's called Jill on Money Live. Should I still call it new? I guess it's still newish. We only started it this year. This is the service that comes with 4 quarterly live webinars and lots of bonus content that we're putting up behind a paywall. Now, when I say putting up behind a paywall, some listeners have said to me, "You're crazy. You're not charging enough for this." That may be. It's only $35. So it is certainly possible we're not charging enough for it. My theory on this was that when Mark actually conceived of this while he was flying overnight to Europe last year, and then came up with a beautiful PowerPoint when he landed. When he came up with this, I said, let's price it really kind of on the low side so that we can see if people like it and they want it. Anyway, so if you think it's too cheap, then you better take advantage of it right now. It is worthwhile. It's just that I'm kind of using that Uber pricing model of like, let's get you all hooked on the service, then we'll jack the price. It's going to be Mark's decision on where the price goes. So if you're really mad about the second year pricing, it's his fault, not mine. Anyway, this week in 2 days, we are going to be having another webinar. It is with Dave Stachowiak, the host and founder of an organization called Coaching for Leaders. He has a top-rated management podcast. It's downloaded tens of millions of times. He is great. And he does a lot of leadership training, a lot of management training, and a lot of workplace information that I think is useful to so many of you. So if you want to get in on that, you got to subscribe right now. Jill on Money Live. All right. I think that's enough. Let's go to listener Rocky. Rocky is on the air with us from where? The Mid-Atlantic, Rocky?
That's correct. Yeah, coastal Virginia.
Coastal Virginia. What's going on, Rocky? How can I help you out?
Okay, my wife and I retired. We both retired at 56, but I'm 2 years younger than her. She's 2 years younger than me. I retired in 2020, right into the pandemic.
Oy.
She retired January 2022, and we've been kind of laying low, doing some travel, but not the kind of travel we had planned to in our first few years of retirement. So next year is going to be the year, and we've got a number of trips planned, probably going to be gone 5 or 6 months in total. And this is the first time we're spending, this pot of money that we've accumulated. And in the recent weeks, I've been doing some like worst case scenario stuff, and just wanted to have the opportunity to review with you and make sure we'll continue to be okay for hopefully what will be a longer retirement.
Rocky, you're my kind of guy. Let's go to the worst case scenario first. That's how I roll. How old are you?
I will be 60 in about 2 weeks.
Oh, all right. And your wife is how old?
She's 57, be 58 in September.
Okay. And you're fully retired. Neither of you is working part-time or consulting or doing anything like that, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Are either of you entitled to pensions?
We both are, and we're both receiving them now, yes.
Oh, my God. Mark, so jealous. Okay. Rocky, how much is the pension that you receive?
Mine is $110,000 a year.
Ooh, nice. And what about your wife's?
Hers is $60,000.
Besides that income that you are receiving through the pensions, do you have other income, rental income, anything else that's coming in?
No, we do not.
Okay. I'm going to get your assets in just a second. But, without the travel, just the life, how much do you need to live on?
I've done a pretty good job with our, tracking expenses and budgeting, and it's around $11,000 a year, $11,500, something around there.
You mean a month, right?
I'm sorry, a month. Yeah, if it was a year, I'd be in great shape.
Good. Wow, we're saving so much money. I only spent 11 grand last year. Okay, so all right, so that's good. So you're in your right. So you've actually saved money since you retired, but that's going to end all too soon. Will you both be entitled to Social Security?
Yes, we both will.
Okay, and is the game plan to delay that as long as possible?
Well, that's one of my questions. The longevity on my side of the family isn't that great.
Hmm.
Um, I have my father and my brother both made 60, but they didn't make 61. I have
Yowza.
another
This is a
brother
big
that's
year for you, dude.
I have
Jeez.
another brother that's 75. I have a sister that's 67. So
Let me get on to the
but
75 guy. Let's
yeah,
let's get on that track. So your full retirement age Social Security is how much?
full retirement age at 67 is 42,000 and change.
Okay. And what about for your wife?
Exact same. We have the exact same Social Security benefit.
Oh, interesting. How's the longevity in her family?
Definitely better. I mean, they make it to early 70s or late 70s at least.
Got to get you up to the octogenarian thing. Are you guys both though in good health generally, both of you?
Yeah, yeah, and we belong to fitness clubs, and we go for long walks. I go for runs. I'll do half marathons every once in a while.
Look at you, big shot.
Trying to do the things that I'm supposed to do.
Okay, so tell me about how much money you will be spending on these 5 months of trips.
It's going to be guesstimating, based on all the information I have, between maybe 140,000 and 180,000. Um,
That is not messing around, man. It's like
well,
real.
one of the trips is semester at sea, which we're actually traveling with a number of college students, and that alone is going to be 105 days on a boat.
Look, I'm going to just say 150 grand. What's the most likely? Is that going to, in other words, you said you want to do that like every year for how
No,
long?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no.
This is just
I
like
mean,
the big year.
yeah, and I could see, maybe not for 6 months, but I could see being away for 3 or 4 months, maybe a couple more times. I mean, our whole philosophy is, while we can do it, let's do it.
Yes, presuming
You
we don't
know,
run out of money, that would be great.
we're right.
So, is it possible that like 150 is like more like 50 in the next few years? I'm just trying to get a ballpark figure for you guys.
It's possible that it's maybe 100.
But then on the other year, on the soft year, what is the number?
Oh, much less.
50?
Probably not even. Probably 35.
Oh, you're really scrimping there. All right. I am very hopeful that you have a pile of cash that you have socked away. So let's talk about what the assets look like. What's that left side of the balance sheet looking like, sir?
Okay, so my wife, she was a career federal employee, so she's got the TSP and about 1.2 million for her
Mm-hmm.
in that. Small Roth, about 20,000. She got I bonds 20,000 and cash of about 70,000.
You guys have kids or no?
We have 3 children and 2 grandchildren.
Wow. But I like it. You're like, you know what? They'll be fine. We're going to spend all our money on travel. All right. So that's your wife's thrift savings 1.2, Roth 20, I bonds 20, cash 70. What about you?
Me, I've got 320,000 in a Roth. I've got 400,000 in a rollover IRA. I've got 440 in a brokerage. Also got I bonds of 20,000, and I have a higher amount of cash because I'm not only doing Roth conversions but also keeping some cash for the trip. So I've got about 260,000 in cash.
So what do you think here is the money that you're hoping to tap? So for example, the 260 in cash, is the 150 earmarked in that cash pile to pay for the
Absolutely.
travel? Okay. And then what are you going to do? How are we going to replenish that to get another 200 or 250 out over the next subsequent 3 years? Is the plan to pull money out of retirement accounts, pay the tax and use that, or use the brokerage account?
Yeah, I mean, my wife has her 70,000 as well, and yeah, I thought I would gradually take money out of the brokerage account.
Okay. Now, it's funny, you weirdly, this is one of those situations. It's like, oh, we are still in a decent tax bracket. So let me just find out a little bit more stuff about the balance sheet. You guys own a home?
We do, yes.
What would you say it's worth?
It's worth 1.3 million, and then my mortgage is about 720,000.
You guys don't mess around, I got to tell you. What's the interest rate on that mortgage?
3.5%.
You love this house? You're going to keep this house?
Yeah, we bought it in 2020, and yeah, we're really happy with it. All the children and grandchildren love to visit here, so
Oh, that's
that's
nice.
perfect. Yeah.
Any other assets that we should know about?
No,
No.
that's I
Okay.
think I've pretty much covered it. Yeah.
And you guys have health insurance because one of you is a federal employee?
It's correct. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, so let's just like play this out. So you're in the 22% tax bracket. I don't know. I'm sort of leaning towards instead of how is the brokerage account managed? Do you feel like is there a big tax liability in there? Do you have taxes to pay from those accounts when you're pulling money out of the brokerage account? Is there a way to manage it and be efficient tax wise, or are there very low basis assets in there?
Very low basis
I
assets.
had a feeling you were going to say that. I don't know why. So you have been converting slowly but surely your rollover
Yeah, to the
to the
over
Roth.
to Roth and to just below the next bigger tax bracket.
Right. I don't know if I'd even convert at this point. I might just use that money.
I was starting to think that too, so I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. When you get back from your 5 months or whenever you think it's reasonable timing, what I might do is take money out of your rollover. Maybe not a huge amount. Maybe let's see, 190. I'm just looking at your tax bracket here. I'm doing quick back of the envelope. So you only converted enough to stay within the 22%, or did you go up to the 24?
I went up to the 24. Yep.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to go up to the 24, that gives you a wide swath. So you could essentially take the money out of your rollover account. You could basically say, this year, after you've spent down some of this money, you could, maybe take 50 or 80 out. Next year, you do it again. The following year, you do it again. You might be done with your rollover account. You might actually, over those 3 years, 3, 4, 5, you could essentially pull all the money out, pay the tax at 24%, and have all your travel paid for those years.
That makes sense. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah,
And
I like that
and then
too.
we don't have to worry about any required minimum distributions. Your wife is a different story because we are going to have to worry about that. Perhaps we'll see, right? We'll see what the law does at that point. Okay. So now, are you okay doing that? You're going to pull the money out. You're going to spend it. We're going to be like, boom, your rollover account is gone. So on your balance sheet, we've now spent. I'm going to just like literally cross out the rollover account, and I'm going to cross out the cash account because we're done with that. We're going to leave you always having $100,000 in cash or so. And now you've got your brokerage, you've got your Roth, your wife's got $1 million. You're in great shape. So this is good. Do you guys both have survivor benefits on your pension, or is it straight line?
Yeah. So she has 100% of my pension, but I have 25% of hers.
I think that's statistically, based on what you've told us, not a very high probability.
Yeah.
Now,
Sadly, so yes.
I'm sorry to say that. I'm glad we can laugh about it, Rocky. You have a couple of very good bailout options. You have a lot of assets, and we're not even including the fact you'll have another $84,000 a year coming in from Social Security. I am inclined to still wait for your full retirement age, even though the odds are not quite as good. I mean, except for the fact that, God forbid you die and you're 62, you'd be very mad at me, right? As on your deathbed. God damn that, Jill. I gave up that $40,000 from age 62 to 63. Do you guys have any old life insurance policies kicking around?
I actually do. For me, it was a 20-year level term that goes till I'm age 70. So,
Oh my
and
God. How much does that cost? You mean you got it when you were 50?
yeah,
Why'd you get it when you were 50?
it was 720. Well, I mean, from an investment standpoint, if I actually died at 60, it would have been a phenomenal investment.
Oh, unfortunately, you didn't make that happen. Okay.
Yeah, the premium is 780 a year. So yeah,
That's cheap.
I thought, yeah,
That's
exactly.
cheap. How about estate documents?
All done, and
Great.
our children are well versed in them.
Okay. I think that you guys are in very good shape. I really do. So don't spend 150,000 a year every year for the next 5 years.
I will endeavor to do that, but it's hard. It would be fun, wouldn't it?
I mean, it would be. It would be, I
But
guess.
no,
Although
can't
I
do
don't know
it.
if I could be away for that long. I'm not kidding you. Like I am. You said it, and there's a part of me that's so cool, but there's also a part of me that, you know, I know myself. And when it gets to be around the end of the second week, I am so ready to come home. And I don't know if that's just because I'm still working and I don't really know what that feels like, but I'm really intrigued by this. And it's cool. We hear from tons of people who are like doing really awesome travel related things. We are very happy that you contacted us, and we are wishing you all the best. So go get them, Rocky. Send us good photos, okay?
All right. Thanks so much, Jill and Mark.
All right. Well, if you want to spend less than 100 days at sea, we'd love to hear from you too. Just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you want to come on the air. While you're on the website, do sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every single Friday. And leave us a rating and review on Apple. Lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.